in a ruling that is set to anger Washington. The European Commission said the world's most valuable company avoided tax bills on almost all its profits in the bloc under the arrangements with the Irish government. Ireland has been seeking to attract U.S. multinationals by offering extremely favorable tax conditions, known as sweetheart deals. The Commission's investigation concluded that Ireland granted illegal tax benefits to Apple, which enabled it to pay substantially less tax than other businesses over many years. Quote, EU Competition Commissioner Margrethe Vestager said, "In fact, this selective treatment allowed Apple to pay an effective corporate tax rate of 1% on its European profits in 2003 down to 0.005% in 2014. She said in a statement. Ireland immediately said it would appeal against the decision, and Apple is also expected to challenge it. "I disagree profoundly with the Commission's decision." Quote, Irish Finance Minister Michael Noonan said in a statement, "The decision leaves me with no choice but to seek Cabinet approval to appeal the decision before the European courts." Quote, the tax repayment order, by far the largest in the EU's history, follows a 3-year inquiry into whether Dublin's tax breaks for Silicon Valley titan Apple amount to illegal state aid. Apple has had a base at the southern city of Cork since 1980 and employs 500 people in Ireland, through which it routes its international sales, avoiding billions in corporation taxes. Apple CEO Tim Cook, in a Washington Post interview published August 13, said he hoped to get a fair hearing on the matter. "If we don't, then we would obviously appeal it," he added. Immediately after the ruling was handed down, Apple issued a statement saying it will appeal. No bias against U.S. The U.S. stepped up its fight last Wednesday against the Commission's crackdown on tax avoidance by Apple and other multinational companies, accusing it of unilateralism and overstepping its mandate. In a white paper, the U.S. Treasury said the Commission probe into alleged special tax treatment that certain EU countries gave Apple, Amazon, Starbucks and Fiat Chrysler undermines the international tax system. Quote, the EU has made taxes a core issue since the LuxLeaks scandal, in which it was revealed that European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker's native Luxembourg gave companies huge tax breaks while he was Prime Minister. In October, Brussels ordered US coffee giants Starbucks and Italian automaker Fiat to each repay up to €30 million, $34 million, in back taxes to the Netherlands and Luxembourg respectively. The US has acknowledged the problems around the issue of multinational firms obtaining state aid, in the form of secret and extremely lucrative tax breaks, from Ireland, Belgium and Luxembourg for setting up business in those countries. But it said those deals were made under international treaties and accepted tax practices. Last week the European Commission denied it was targeting US companies in particular and said that EU rules do not allow national tax authorities to give tax breaks to some companies that are not available to others. There is no bias against US companies, it said in a statement. Washington has also expressed concern about EU antitrust cases targeting tech giant Google, alleging that it has unfairly suppressed competition. The massive sum, some 40 times bigger than the previous known demand by the European Commission to a company in such a case, could be reduced, the EU executive said in a statement. If other countries sought more tax themselves from the US tech giant, Apple, which with Ireland, has already said it will appeal the decision, paid a tax rate on European profits of between 0.005 and 1%, the Commission said.